Hello everyone, it's your girl Angela over at Angela's Southern Comfort Dishes and Seasonings. Okay, so today I'm making my homemade meatloaf for dinner. Also, earlier I made me some country style ribs for my husband, so those are just about done. But right now we're gonna do this homemade meatloaf, okay? And then after this video, I'll come back with another video of my homemade macaroni and cheese. And then also I'll be cooking some purple whole peas. Okay, let's get to the meatloaf. Let me show you my ingredients and then we're gonna get started putting this together, okay? Here we go. Let me show you. Okay, so I have two different kinds of ground beef here. I have my 80-20 and then I have my 70-30, okay? So then I have a half cup of milk, whole milk. I have one chopped onion. I have a bell pepper and a half. I have 3 eggs. I have my meatloaf seasoning that I'm going to use. Okay. I have my garlic, fresh garlic, of course. I have ketchup. We're going to use the ketchup on top for the glaze on top. I also have just a dash of seasonal. You really won't need too much of that. Got my onion powder, and I got my black pepper. And of course, I have some breadcrumbs by Progresso. These are my choice of breadcrumbs. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to add our breadcrumbs. And usually I add about, I'd say, a cup of breadcrumbs. How much more I got in here? Okay. Let's have a tiny bit more. I really might not need these. You know what? I'm just going to add this last little bit. Boom, there you go. Be done with it. Okay, so we got that in there. Okay, then next I'm going to add some onions. Alright, oh Lord, I'm making a mess here. Okay, I'm going to add my bell peppers, and I'll probably do half a bell pepper. Get some of that bell pepper juice, give it great flavor. More flavor, more flavor. Okay. And then next, we're going to beat our 3 eggs up. And we're going to add these to it. I hope that everyone's having a great Sunday and everyone's staying safe through this COVID-19 pandemic. Got our 3 eggs. Okay, set this in the sink so I can put that in the dishwasher later. Okay, and this is a half a cup of milk. Right now we're only going to use half a cup of milk. And then if we need more, we'll add the remaining to it. Alright, next, what do I leave out? Okay, next we're going to add our black pepper. And so this is 3.5 pounds of ground beef that I'm using. Okay, I'm going to season it really well. Okay, and then we're going to do our onion powder. Probably about 4 tablespoons there. And it's for fresh garlic. And you know I love garlic. Always enhances their food. I could have put a fresh garlic clove in, but I didn't, so I'm just going to use the garlic powder. Okay. Probably about 2 tablespoons. And next, this is last little seasoning off. And that's about a tablespoon. All right, next and last is our meatloaf seasoning. Okay. And that was made by McCormick. But I have this one here, and it's called My Family Seasonings. Okay, these are My Family Seasonings. That's who it's made by. And so I just want a little bit of that. kitchen scissors. Not that much. There we go. Okay. I use a quarter of a bag of that. I don't need any more of that. So next what we're gonna do, we're gonna get to mixing. Don't be afraid to get in there. And I have my cake. My cake spatula is so when I put on my ketchup, I can glaze the ketchup on top and around the sides. So that's what my cake spatula is for. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start mixing our meatloaf. And when we have our glass 9x13 Pyrex pan, that's what we'll be using today. Okay, for our meatloaf. All right, so we're gonna get over here and get our hands dirty. We're gonna get the busy, honey, in this meatloaf. Let's get it going. All right, I love meatloaf. How many of you love after you eat meatloaf, you go after dinner, you go back and make you a meatloaf sandwich later? That is my favorite thing to do. A good old-fashioned meatloaf, honey. Give me a piece of bread, 2 pieces of bread, honey, and I will get in there, honey, and put a little bit of mayonnaise on it, each slice of bread, honey, and make me a meatloaf sandwich. Good God Almighty, honey. Woo! Child, you know I'm from the South. This is all I know is Southern cooking, honey. This is the way my mom and grandma and aunts did it best. Love cooking. I love cooking. And my kids enjoy it. They get in here and they help me cook. My girls do. My boys are not big cooks. My oldest son just loves to cook him some pizza, and he's a potato man. He loves eating some potatoes. My youngest son, he loves chicken and French fries and pizza as well. But honey, when it comes to cooking, my young adult ladies, they get in here and do it. Now my 2 oldest daughters, they will cook. Yeah, those 2 will cook. And now my youngest 2 now are in the kitchen experimenting. They get in here and cook with me, and I have to guide them. But it's fun because it's our family kitchen. As my nephew down in Atlanta says, it's our family kitchen. And it's all with love. That's the beautiful part about it. You have to mix everything so good. You want to make sure everything is well incorporated. And get all those good flavors. And it smells so good coming together. You know, the perfect thing about seasoning food is using the right portion of seasonings when you're cooking. And bringing it all together. As my grandmother would say, bring it all home, baby. I want to make sure I get everything mixed up. I don't want to leave nothing uncovered. Amen. You're going to love this meatloaf. Try it. I'm gonna leave the ingredients down in the comments. And many of you be like, that's a lot. Let me tell you, if I actually measure it out, and you'll always see that it's the right measurements. I'm going to put it in the comments and the descriptions below so you'll have it. And that when you use the ingredients, you'll be like, that's the same way she did it. And it tastes so darn good. I'm going to be making a homemade cake later this evening. So I'll be coming back with that as well. Everything from the bottom. Oh, but I gotta sweep the floor. All right, I think we got it all. Seasoning smells so good. All right. Next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna transfer it to the 9 by 13 baking pan here. We're going to form it into a loaf. And then I'm going to add the ketchup on. But before I add the ketchup, I want to wash my hands because we don't want to cross-contaminate, you know, having meat on your hand and touching clean things. I know you probably say, she wash her hands a lot, honey. You have to be clean. You don't, you end up with something. There's some pizzas I got to add in here. There we go. Get those pizzas added in. Take this, I'll put it right here. Alright, let me get this cleaned up and put this in the sink and wash my hands. I'll be right back. Alright, now that we're back, get a paper towel, dry my hands. Thank you for waiting. I'm sorry about that. I'll wash this counter down a little bit. Okay, uh-oh. I don't went too far down. I'm so sorry. This camera fell. I apologize for that. The camera fell. Okay, so next what we want to do is we want to go ahead and add ketchup on top of the meatloaf. And like I said, use a cake spatula and spoon it all over it evenly, all the meatloaf on both sides, at the ends and on top. Come on, let me show you how we're gonna do that next. So first, what we wanna do, we wanna go ahead and form this into a loaf, first of all. This is big enough to actually be 2 meatloaves. One back in. Wash my hands again. Okay. See that there? See how I shaped it into a nice size loaf? I could actually take this and make it into 2 meatloaves. But we're not going to do that. Right. So I'm going to wash my hands. I'll be right back. All right, we back in business, honey. I'll Okay, so next we'll go ahead and we'll move along with our ketchup. Now most people use tomato paste. You can use, it's your description. I love this because it gives it a better flavor to your meatloaf. Try it, you'll love it. And that's about a cup of ketchup. And you just spoon it down all over. I'm telling you, when your meatloaf is done and it's nice and cooled off to where you want it to be before you serve it to your family, when you eat it with the ketchup on top after it's completely done and cooled off, you will say, why haven't I tried this? Tomato paste really is, I don't like it. Not to use on top of a meatloaf. This is my preference. Try it. Let me know what you think about it. You're gonna love it. I love my meatloaf covered all over. Especially those end pieces that are hard to cover. You want to make sure you get those covered the best you can. See how we got that there? Let's check this side. Make sure you get those sides. So we just add a little bit more. Oh yeah, baby, it's ready. So my oven is on 350 because, like I said, I cooked some country style ribs earlier for my husband. So the oven is set to go, nice and hot. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna cook this until it's well done. So I'll cook this for about an hour and a half. Not even an hour and a half, about an hour. Until it's well done. All right, let's check the other side, see how it is. And it's nicely covered. I just put a tiny bit more on there. And it's gonna have such a beautiful glaze when it's done. I'll upload pictures when it's done. Just a little bit more. Okay, everyone, so this completes the meatloaf. So next we're gonna slide this in the oven. We're gonna slide this meatloaf in the oven, and then we'll come back when it's completely done in about an hour, 10 minutes, 15 minutes maybe so. But I like my food well done. So as soon as it's done, I'll be back. Okay, thank you for watching. Try this recipe. I'll leave all the descriptions, all the measurements in the descriptions. Try it. Let me know what you think about it. Leave me a thumbs up. Share this video. And again, thank you for watching. See you soon. Hello everyone, I'm back. And our homemade meatloaf is done, son. It is done. Smells so darn good. So I transferred it from the glass dish that I baked it in into a foil pan. Let me show you our sweet baby. Smells so good. I had to taste a small piece of it that broke under the bottom. How you gonna love this recipe, honey? Let me show you our baby. Yes, yes, baby. It broke right there when I transferred it. Smells so, 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 so good, honey. Yes, Lord. All that I told you. And this is the rice I'm cooking for my kids. They want pork chops and rice and corn. Let me tell you, that ketchup gives it such a beautiful glaze on top. Whenever you make your meatloaf, try this recipe. I'll put everything down in the description. I'll put everything down there for you. And when you finish mixing it up, take your ketchup and spoon it on top just like you saw me do. Honey, when you eat this meatloaf, you're gonna love it. Okay? So the meatloaf recipe will be up today on YouTube and Facebook. The homemade macaroni and cheese sauce with the cheese sauce I made. My God, my God, my God, honey. Everything I prepared today will be uploaded to YouTube. I hope you enjoyed this Sunday dinner as I've shown you from the beginning to the end. Leave me a comment. Please leave me a thumbs up. Share my pages with everyone you know. And thank you for your continued support. And thank you for watching. As I always say, we're all we have in this world. Stay safe, stay encouraged, love each other. I'll see you next time when I prepare one of my Southern comfort dishes from my kitchen to yours. Have a wonderful Sunday and enjoy this meal. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.